11:20 p.m.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it be?
Welcome back, everybody, to Stanley Parable,
the
thing that will slowly go more and more mad.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door.
Consider the facts that we just literally died because we went mad with
there was not a single
confusion.
person there either.
The fact that it's gonna get even more insane.
Yep,
from here.
It sure is.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Down the elevator.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind
Escape.
Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Oh boy, I can't wait!
Well,
Sounds like a great person.
as they say, if you're looking for a way out, there always is
The door
one.
behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
It's really weird how the
Baby,
PS4
baby.
Hey, bam! Bam! Bam!
Whee!
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see.
Oh, it's just like Chess.
He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Yay!
Bye-bye.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated, as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly. And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Yeah, narrator.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
What's even the point? This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the 2 doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the 2 doors in a good time. The set of the 2 open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed.
No.
The Office, my favorite TV show. Selection of the sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone.
And here's the credits.
Yay! The impeccable Kevin Brighting, who is impeccable.
Oh, dang, it's still downloading.
Screens from the development of the boss's office.
That looks like a prison. This is probably the point.
Office clock. 11:25. I spent like 5 whole minutes.
6 minutes, actually.
Freedom ending. This is the very first incarnation of the freedom ending in the game's something.
Alpha.
Alpha. I moved away before I could read it. One of the deaths from an early version of the countdown ending.
Which we have not seen yet.
The freedom ending has appeared in the beta. For a time, the elevator in the monitor room could go up or down with freedom above and countdown below. We abandoned this when players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down, and placed the two endings together instead. An early version of the countdown room. We already read that one.
Making sure.
We already read it!
I'm sorry.
We already read it!
I'm sorry.
This is the level that William, the first level designer, sent Davey, the writer, as a kind of audition piece. The strength of this level got William hired to design the full game. Though much of the environment has changed, the basic layout of this Mako is still the same. Off to right, the evolution of Stanley's office over time. The first was created in November 2011, the second in March 2012, and the third in February 2013. Room. Room again. Now there's a pen, now with pencil sharpener.
All the basic necessities.
I think it's more of a cut. The pencil sharpeners are pretty cutting edge advance. Previous version of the choice leading the apartment ending, a timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would leave 2 different endings. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You failed the course. You may try again whenever you choose.
Guess we're trying again. Yeah, I won't go
10
through
seconds,
too
okay.
many of these because, well, we haven't seen some of them, obviously. So I want to keep a few as secret.
Kevin Brighting, the voice of the narrator, recorded
Stanley stood on the
dialogue
roof.
for the entire game roughly 3
Stanley
separate times
stood
over
on
the
the snow.
over the 2 years of development. These are clips from early
Stanley
takes that
walked
were
over
not
the
used in the
bridge.
final game.
Where were all of his co-workers? Oh, I don't know. How about they're throwing a surprise party for him for all his button pushing on the roof? Does that sound plausible to you?
The lounge. Yeah, it's the lounge. I love the lounge. It's a lounge. Long.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save those two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Can't believe Stanley's dead.
I'm pretty sure we've died in multiple of these endings already. Multiple times throughout these endings. Anyway, more!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the
They got
meeting
that
room.
ending.
Perhaps
Just
he had
got
simply missed a
all of
memo.
them. They're all dead.
All of them died.
When Stanley
the dead
came
room
to a
was
set of
cool.
two
Meh.
open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he
Hey,
wanted to
46.
stop by
Found
the employee
46.
lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Cold drinks.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth. At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
Oh boy.
It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Oh, so now we're back to calling Stanley a stupid head. Got it.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
But there was more dialogue. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. It's a social media platform. I don't know if you
Great
know
one.
that.
Great, yeah, great thing, Joel. Oh boy,
no.
cold drinks! I don't have any money.
Stanley was poor.
At least we
He
have
did
the
not
coffee
earn very
machine.
much from his job.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Loaded.
Elevator.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
No.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
No, okay.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Hello, Mr. Truck.
You will not isekai me today.
No, No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
We made it back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, probably did.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be...
Well,
did
the
something
doors.
change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Wandering around.
Back here.
In a circle. And there are some pictures of some mountains. And there's a clock and a plant. And a box. And
I'll
there's
say
another
it.
thing.
This is the worst adventure I've ever been. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Maybe it's gonna be better now. I
All
kinda
of his
feel like
co-workers
now
were
it's
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Must have missed something.
Where is my hairbrush?
Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Yay!
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so...
Yes,
good
I
job.
sure did. I sure did.
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart. All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Oh,
It's yellow, but it's not brick. Yeah, it doesn't seem right.
That'll help
The line
eventually.
knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Monthly ledgers. Consolidation reports. Departmental something. Employee 432 reviews. Financial records. Ceiling.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Well, let's see. How many leaves are there? 1, 2,
7.
3, 4, 5.
7.
79, 81,
1001,
492,
1002, 1003. I'm sorry, were you saying something?
Wait,
Stanley is the
we're back at the
unicorn.
office? No.
Oh, boy.
I know,
Line,
this is-
you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story.
Lion
Is
trademark.
any of this ringing a bell?
We did it! We found the story!
Deadline, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Well, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart. You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious.
Exactly!
Boy, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Man, employee 437 has a long way to his office.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Man, he's really confused.
But I have to include
We
my
get to make a
favorite.
decision.
I have to
From
include
here,
my
the
favorite
story is in
character
our
of all,
control.
Line Nort.
How important we mustn't squander
The Master of
opportunity.
Masters,
In fact,
Line
I
Nort.
believe I need a minute to think here. Just
The
walk
line
us
train.
for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley.
I kind of feel like you just were like,
awaits.
is the right door right? Yes, it's right. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all Determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart
A
again.
long time
What,
Stanley
am I
dies.
just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind
There's
goes
no
blank
longer an
simply because
office,
it's
never
written
to
here on
reach
this,
the door.
this thing, wall.
Jeez.
Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really... No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped. Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
Will something
So-
happen?
Okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the
Maybe.
destination or the journey. Though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
Huh.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Probably a good idea at this point.
Perhaps.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling
Tips
a
on not
wave
getting
of
fired.
disbelief,
Don't get
Stanley
fired.
decided to go up to
Thanks.
his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
Going down the elevator, going down the elevator. And here's a loading screen that says loading like 10 times.
It's
When the
actually
door
8.
opened. I didn't count.
1,000.
I don't care. It's a
Stanley
red
walked
light
straight ahead
and
through
a
the large
control
door that read, Mind
facility.
Control Facility.
It sure does say mind control facility.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
By the way, if you want the speedrun thing, you actually have to use that clipping to clip past the bar of the gate so you can jump on the bridge early.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images.
It's surprising that I can't just
And
clip
Stanley,
through here.
one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was
not
happy with his
possible.
boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? Here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Well,
For he
my
would
human
dismantle
life.
the controls
Because you know
once
what?
and
I want to
for
be
all.
Syndrome.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that
Yes.
what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do.
Of course I do.
And I believe you'll find this pertinent. Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. This is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're going to die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing
Where's the
everyone
any
inside,
key?
or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything, something here
Door.
will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your
Goodbye,
inevitable life from the
employee
moment of
427.
failure until the moment I say happily ever after.
Well then.
Can't believe Stanley's dead.
See you guys next time. Take care.